Hello, and thank you for joining us for the third weekend of our first ever CoffeeMakers Festival, a digital series of new and old works. We would like to thank the community for having supported Coffeehouse Theatre Society, and we hope to keep creating theater in Delta for many years to come. Before getting started, we would like to acknowledge with respect that we are all working, living, and creating on Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Musqueam, and Tawasin land. We realize that we are uninvited guests on this land and that the Indigenous communities all across Canada are still facing systemic oppression and violence today. Finally, please consider donating to Black Lives Matter Toronto and Vancouver through us so that we are able to match your donations up to $500. We will continue to make efforts to share our resources and knowledge with our community to help make a change. As Coffeehouse Theatre Society, we are all individually taking time to listen to Black voices and help amplify them. We are also taking the time to learn. Tonight, we will be presenting a shortened version of Frogs by Aristophanes. Now, please get comfy and get ready as our staged reading is about to begin.
Shall I crack any of those old jokes, master, at which the audience never fail to laugh?
Aye, but you will. Except I'm getting crushed. Quite shy of that. I'm sick of that already.
What? Must I bear these burdens and not make one of the jokes Adam Sandler and Will Ferrell and John Mulaney in every play they write put in the mouths of their burden bearers?
Don't make them. No. I tell you, when I see their plays and hear those jokes, I come away more than a year older than when I went.
Oh, thrice the lucky neck of mine, which now is getting crushed, yet must not crack its joke.
Now is not this fine pampered insolence when I myself, Dionysus, son of Hapkin, toll on foot and let this fellow ride, taking no trouble and no burden bearing.
What? Don't I bear?
How can you when you're riding?
Why, I bear these bags.
How?
Most unwillingly.
Does not the donkey bear the load you're bearing?
Not what I bear myself. By Zeus, not he.
How can you bear when you're born yourself?
Oh no. Anyhow, my shoulder's aching.
Then, since you say the donkey helps you not, you lift him up and carry him in turn.
Oh, hang it all. Why didn't I fight at sea?
Get down, you rascal. I've been trotting on till now I've reached the portal, where I'm going first to turn in. Boy, I say there, boy.
Who called by the door? Mercy of me, what's this?
Boy!
Yes?
Did you observe?
What?
How alarmed he is.
Aye, truly, lest you've lost your wits.
Oh, by Demeter, I can't choose but laugh. Biting my lips won't stop me.
Pray you, come hither. I have need of you.
I vow I can't help laughing. I can't help it. A lion's hide upon a yellow silk, a glove, a buskin. What's it all about? Where are you going?
I was serving lately aboard the Cleisthenes.
And fought.
And sank more than a dozen of the enemy's ships.
You too?
We too.
Then I awoke, and lo.
There as on deck, I'm reading to myself the Andromeda. A sudden pang of longing shoots through my heart. You can't conceive how keenly.
How big a pang?
A small one. Kevin Hart size.
Caused by a woman?
No.
A boy?
No.
A man? Was it for the Cleisthenes?
Don't mock me, brother. On my life, I am in a bad way. Such fierce desire consumes me.
Aye, little brother? How?
I can't describe it. But yet, I'll tell you in a riddling way. Have you e'er felt a sudden lust for soup?
Soup? Zeus of mercy, yes, 10,000 times.
Is it the thing clear? Or must I speak again?
Not of the soup. I'm clear about the soup.
Well, just that sort of pang devours my heart for the lost Euripides.
Oh, a dead man, too.
And no one shall persuade me not to go after the man.
Do you mean below, to Hades?
And lower still, if there is a lower still.
What on earth for?
I want a genuine poet. For some are not, and those that are bad.
What, does Bo Burnham not live?
Well, he's the sole good thing remaining, if even he's good. For even that, I'm not exactly certain.
If go you must, there's Sophocles. He comes before Euripides. Why not take him?
Euripides is a crafty youth. We'll find 1,000 ships to get away, but he was easy here, and is easy there.
But Freddie Mercury, where is he?
He has gone and left us, a genial poet, by his friends much missed.
Gone where?
To join the blessed in their banquets. I must get him back.
But have you not a shoal of little songsters, tragedians by the myriad, who can chatter a furlong faster than Euripides?
Those be mere vintage leavings, jabberers, criers of swallow broods, the greater of their arts, who get one chorus and are seen no more. The muse's love once gained. But oh, my friend, search where you will, you'll never find a true creative genius uttering those startling things.
You really are game to go.
Oh, drop that, can't you? And tell me this. Of all the roads you know, which is the quickest way to get to Hades? I'm not one for too cold, nor yet too warm.
Which shall I tell you first? Which shall it be? There's one by rope and bench. You launch away and hang yourself.
Oh, no, thank you. That's too stifling.
Then there's a track, a short and beaten cut by pestle and mortar.
Hemlock, do you mean?
Just so.
No, that's too deathly cold a way. You hardly started ere your shins get numbed.
Well, would you like a steep and swift descent?
Aye, that's the style. My walking powers are small.
Go down to the Syrah Aeacus.
And do what?
Climb to the tower's top pinnacle.
And then?
Observe the torch race started, and when all the multitude is shouting, let them go! Let yourself go!
Go whither?
To the ground.
Oh! That would break my brains to envelopes. I'll not try that.
Which will you try?
The way you went yourself.
A parlous voyage, that. For first you'll come to an enormous lake of fathomless depth.
And how am I to cross?
An ancient mariner will row you over, in a wee boat, so big, fair as 2 obols.
Fie. The power 2 obols have, the whole world through. How came they whither?
Theseus took them down, and next you'll see great snakes and savage monsters in tens of thousands.
You needn't try to scare me. I'm going to go.
Then weltering seas of filth and ever-rippling dung, and plunge therein whoso has wronged the stranger here on earth, or robbed his boy love of the promised pay, or swinged his mother, or profanely smitten his father's cheek, or sworn an oath forsworn, or copied out a speech of Andrew Shear.
There too, Purdy, should he be plunged, whoever has danced the sword dance of Kinestius.
And the next the breath of fruits will float around you, and glorious sunshine such as ours you'll see, and myrtle groves, and happy bands who clap their hands in triumph, men and women too.
And who are they?
The happy mystic bands.
And I'm the donkey in the mystery show, but I'll not stand it, not one instant longer.
Who'll tell you everything you want to know. You'll find them dwelling close beside the road you are going to travel, just at Pluto's gate. And fare thee well, my brother.
And to you, good cheer. Now, Syrah, come you, pick up the traps.
Or put them down?
And quickly, too.
No, prithee, no. But hire a body, one they're carrying out on purpose for the trip.
If I can't find one?
Then I'll take them.
Good. And see, they're carrying out a body now. Hello, you there, you dead man. Are you willing to carry down our traps to Hades?
What are they?
Bees.
2 drachmas for the job?
Nay, that's too much.
Out of the pathway, you.
Beseech thee, stop. Maybe we'll strike a bargain.
Pay me 2 drachmas or it's no use talking.
1.5.
I'd rather come back to life.
Oh, absolute the knave is. He be hanged. I'll go myself.
You're the right sort, my man. Now to the berry.
Yo up, lay her to.
Whatever's that?
Why? That's the lake by Zeus whereof he spake, and yon the ferry boat.
Poseidon, yes. And that old fellow's Charon.
Charon! Oh, welcome, Charon! Welcome, Charon!
Who's for the rest from every pain and ill? Who's for Lethes plain, the donkey shearings? Who's for Siberia, Taernarum, or the ravens?
Aye,
Hurry in.
but where are you going really? In truth to the ravens?
I, for your behoof, step in.
Now, lad,
Oh, I couldn't go. I've got corona.
Then fetch a circuit round the lake.
Where must I wait?
Beside the withering stone, hard by the rest.
you understand?
Too well. Oh, what ill omen crossed me as I started.
Now, sit you there, you little potcat.
Like, so?
Now stretch your arms full length before you.
Like, so?
Come, don't keep fooling. Plant your feet, and now pull with a will.
What? How am I pulled to pull? I'm not an oarsman, a seaman, a Salamanian. I can't.
You can. Just dip your oar in once, and you'll hear the loveliest timing songs.
From what?
Frog swans, most wonderful.
Think of the word.
Heave ahoy! Heave ahoy!
Rekakax coax coax.
Rekakakex coax coax.
Ye children of the fountain and the lake.
Let us wake.
Our full choir shout as the flutes are ringing out.
Our symphony of clear-voiced song.
A song we used to love in the martin up above.
In praise of Dionysus to produce.
Of Nicaean Dionysus, son of Zeus.
When the revel tipsy throng all crapulous and gay.
To our precinct reel along on the holy pitcher day.
Rekakakex coax coax.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Now I declare I've got a bump on my rump.
Rekakax coax coax.
But you, perchance, don't care.
Rekakakex coax coax.
Hey, you and your coaxing, too. There's nothing but coax with you.
That is right, Mr. Busybody, right.
For the muses of the lyre love us well.
And Hornfoot Pan, who plays on the pipe his jocund lays.
And Apollo harper Bryn in our chorus takes delight.
For the strong reed's sake, which I grow within my lake.
To be girdled in his lyre's deep shell.
Rekakax coax coax.
Oh, my hands are blistering, very sore. My stern below is sweltering so. 'Tis soon I know I'll turn and roar. Coax, coax, coax. Oh, tuneful rays. Oh, pray give o'er. Oh, sing no more.
I know, louder and louder our chant must flow.
Sing if ever ye sang of yore.
When in sunny and glorious days,
Through the rushes and marsh flags springing,
on we swept with the joy of singing.
myriad divine roundelays.
Or when fleeing the storm we went,
Down to the depths in our choral song,
wildly raised to a loud and long.
bubble bursting accompaniment.
Oh, coax, coax, coax. This timing song I take from you.
That's a dreadful thing to do.
Much more dreadful if I row, till I burst myself I throw. Coax, coax, coax. Go hang yourselves for what I care.
All the same we'll shout and cry,
Stretching all our throats with song.
shouting, crying all day long.
Coax, coax, coax. In this you'll never win.
This you shall not beat us in.
No, nor ye prevail o'er me. Never, never. I'll my song shout if need be all day long, until I've learned to master your coax. Coax, coax, coax. No, I thought I'd put a stop to your coax.
Stop. Easy. Take the oar and push her now to pay your fare and go. Just
here's 2 obols. Xanthias. Oh, where's Xanthias? Is it Xanthias there?
Hello.
Oh, come hither.
Glad to meet you, Master.
What do you have there?
Oh, nothing but filth and darkness.
But tell me, did you see the parasites and the perjured folk you mentioned?
Didn't you?
Oh, Poseidon, yes. Oh, why, look. I see them now. What do we do next?
We'd best be moving on. This is the spot where Hercules declared those savage monsters dwell.
Oh, hang the fellow. That's all his bluff. He thought to scare me off, the jealous dog, knowing my plucky ways. There's no such swiggerer lives as Hercules. But I like nothing better to achieve some bold adventure worthy of our trip.
I know you would. Hello? I hear a noise.
What? Where?
Behind us there.
I'll get you behind us.
No, it's in front.
I'll get you in front directly.
And now I see the most ferocious monster.
Oh, what is it like?
Like everything by turns. Now it's a bull. It's a mule. Oh, now it's the loveliest girl.
Oh, where? I'll go and meet her.
It ceased to be a girl. It's a dog now.
Oh, where? I'll go. It isn't Pusa.
Well, its face is all ablaze with fire.
Has it a copper leg?
A copper leg, yes, one. And one of cow dung.
Oh, whither shall I flee?
Oh, whither I?
My priest, protect me, and we'll stop together.
King Hercules, we're done for.
Oh, forbear, good fellow. Call me anything but that.
Well then, Dionysus.
Oh, that's worse again.
Aye, go thy way. Oh, master, here. Come here.
Oh, what's up now?
Take courage, all serene. And like Hedrolocus, we now may say, out of the storm there comes a new fine weather. And Pusa's gone.
Swear it.
By Zeus she is.
Swear it again.
By Zeus.
Again.
By Zeus, oh dear, how pale I grew to see her.
Oh, me. Hence fall these evils on my head. Who is the god to blame for my destruction? Air? Zeus's chamber? Or the foot of time? Hist!
What?
What's the right way to knock?
No dawdling. Shout at the door. You've got to remember the lion hide and pride of Hercules.
Boy!
Who's there?
I, Hercules the Strong!
Oh, you most shameless, desperate ruffian, you! Oh, villain, errant, vilest villain who seized our Cerberus by the throat and fled and ran and rushed and bolted hailing off the dog, my charge. But now I've got thee fast, so close the stinks, icky-hearted rock, the blood-bedabbled peak of Acheron shall hem thee in. The hellhounds of Cocytus prowl around thee, whilst the 100-headed asp shall rive thy heartstrings, prey on thy lungs, and those Tithracian gorgons mangle and tear thy kidneys, mauling them entrails and all into a bloody mash. I'll speed a running foot to fetch them hither.
Hello? What now?
Oh no, I've done it. Cold God!
You laughing stock, get up directly before you're seen.
What? I get up? I'm fainting. Please, dab a sponge of water on my heart.
Here.
Dab it, you.
Cowardliest of gods and men.
Cowardliest? I? What I? Who asked you for a sponge? I think a coward would never do.
What then?
A coward would have lain there wallowing. But I stood up and wiped myself with all.
Poseidon, quite heroic.
Data, I think so. But aren't you frightened by those dreadful threats and shouting?
Frightened? Not a bit. I cared not.
Come now. If you're so very brave a man, will you be I and take the hero's club and lion skin since you're so monstrously plucky? And I'll be now the slave and you bear the luggage.
Come across. I cannot choose but to take them. And now observe Xanthio Hercules.
Oh, welcome, Hercules. Come in, sweetheart. My lady, when they told her, set to work, baked mighty loaves, boiled 2 or 3 tureens of lentil soup, roasted up prime ox whole, made rolls and honey cakes, so come along.
You are too kind.
I will not let you go. I will not let you go. Why, she's stewing down slices of juicy bird's flesh, and she's making comfits and tempering down her richest wines. Come, dear, come along in.
Pray, thank her.
Oh, you're jousting. I shall not let you off. There's such a lovely flute girl already, and we've 2 or 3 dancing girls also.
Eh? What? Dancing girls?
Come, dear, come in. The cook is dishing up cutlets, and they're bringing in the tables.
Then go you in and tell those dancing girls of whom you spoke I'm coming in myself. Come, my lad, follow me.
Hi! Stop! You're not in earnest just because I dressed you up in fun as Hercules? Come, don't keep fooling, Xanthias. But lift and carry in the traps yourself.
Why, what? You're never going to strip me of these clothes you gave me.
Going to? No, I'm doing it now. Off with that lion skin.
Bear witness all. The gods shall judge between us.
Gods indeed. Why, how could you? Vain and foolish thought. A slave. A mortal. Act like me. A god.
All right, then, take them. Maybe, if God will, you'll soon require my services again.
Truly an exquisite joke 'twould be. Him with a dancing girl.
Oh, Plathane! Plathane! Here's that naughty man. That's he who got up into our tavern once and ate up 16 loaves.
Oh, so he is the very man.
Bad luck for somebody.
You're talking nonsense. I don't know what you're saying.
Oh, you thought I should know you with your buskins on. Oh, and I've not mentioned all the fish, no, nor the new made cheese. He gulped it down, baskets and all, unlucky that we were. And when I just alluded to the price, he looked so fierce and bellowed like a bull.
Yes, that's his way. That's what he always does.
Oh, and he drew his sword and seemed quite mad.
Oh, that he did.
And terrified us so. Then out he hurled.
That's his way, too. But something must be done.
Oh, filthy throat, oh, how I'd like to take a stone and hack out those grinders out with which you chawed my wares.
I'd like to pitch you in the dead man's pit.
I'd like to get a reaping hook and scoop out that gullet with which you gorged my tripe. But I'll to Cleon. Soon he'll serve his writs. He'll twist it out of you today, he will.
Perdition seize me if I don't love Xanthias.
I know your drift. Stop that talking. I won't be Hercules.
Oh, don't say so. Dear, darling Xanthias.
Why, how can I, a slave, a mortal, act like a god?
I know you are vexed, and I deserve it. And if you plummet me, I won't complain. But if I strip you of these tongs again, perdition seize myself, my wife, my children.
That oath contents me. On those terms, I take them.
Seize the dog stealer, bind him, pinion him, drag him to justice.
Somebody's going to catch on.
Hands off! Get away! Stand back!
Hey, oh, you're for fighting? Oh, Daedalus, Scablius, Particus, come hither, quick. Fight me this sturdy knave.
Now, isn't it a shame the man should strike? And he's a thief besides.
Oh, a monstrous shame.
Oh, a regular burning shame.
By the Lord Zeus, if ever I was here before, if ever I stole 1 hair's worth from you, let me die. Now I'll make you a right noble offer. Arrest my lad. Torture him as you will, and if you find I'm guilty, take and kill me.
Torture him how?
In any mode you please.
A fair proposal. If I strike too hard and maim the boy, I'll make you compensation.
I shan't require it. Take him out and flog him.
Nay, but I'll do it here before your eyes. Now then, mind you speak the truth, young fellow.
Man, don't torture me. I am a god. You'll blame yourself hereafter if you touch me.
Hello? What's that you're saying?
I say I'm Bacchus, son of Zeus, a god. And he's the slave.
You hear him?
Hear him? Yes. All the more reason you should flog him well. For if he is a god, he won't feel it.
Well, but if you say that you're a god yourself, why not you be flogged as well as I?
A fair proposal. And be this the test. Whichever of us two you first behold flinching or crying out, he's not the god.
Upon my word, you're quite the gentleman. You're all for right and justice.
How can you test us fairly?
Easily. I'll give you blow for blow.
A good idea. We're ready now. See if you catch me flinching.
I struck you.
No.
Well, it seems no indeed. Now then, I'll strike the other.
Tell me when.
I struck you.
Struck me? Then why didn't I sneeze?
I don't know, I'm sure. I'll try the other again.
And quickly, too. Good gracious.
Why, good gracious. Not hurt you, did I?
No. I merely thought of the Diomede feast of Heracles.
Oh, holy man. 'Tis now the other's turn.
Hi.
Hello.
Look at those horsemen. Look.
But why these tears?
Such a smell of onions.
Then you don't mind it?
Mind it. Not a bit.
Well, I must to the other one again.
Oh!
Hello.
Do pray pull out this thorn.
What does it mean? 'Tis this one's turn again.
Lord of potatoes and of Dio.
He flinched. You heard him.
Not at all. A jolly verse of Hipponicus flashed across my mind.
You don't have to it. Cut his flanks to pieces.
My Zeus, well thought on. Turn your belly here.
There, he's flinching.
Amongst Aegean peaks and creeks and the deep blue main.
No, by Demeter, still I can't find out which is the god. Can you pinky promise me? Then we will soon find out the truth.
Right. I only wish you had thought of that before you gave me those tremendous whacks. I am the god Dionysus.
Tell me by Zeus, our rascal's own god, what's all that noise within? What means this hubbub and row?
That's Aeschylus and Euripides.
Eh?
Wonderful, wonderful things are going on. The dead are rioting, taking different sides.
Why, what's the matter?
There's a custom here, with all the crafts, the good and noble crafts, that the chief master of his art and each shall have his dinner in the assembly hall and sit by Hades' side.
I understand.
Until another comes, more wise than he in the same art, then the first must give way.
And how is this disturbed our Aeschylus?
'Twas he that occupied the tragic chair, as, in his craft, the noblest.
Who does now?
But when Euripides came down, he kept flourishing off before the highwaymen, thieves, burglars, parricides, these form a mob in Hades, till with listening to his twists and turns, and pleas and counter-pleas, they went mad on the man and hailed him first and wisest. Elate with this, he claimed the tragic chair where Aeschylus was seated.
Wasn't he pelted?
Not he. The populace clamored out to try which of the twain was wiser in his art.
But were there none to side with Aeschylus?
Scanty and sparse the good.
And what does Hades now propose to do?
He means to hold a tournament and bring their tragedies to the proof.
How will they fight?
Oh, wonderful things will be done. The art poetic will be weighed on the scales.
What? Weigh out tragedy like butcher's meat?
Levels they'll bring, and measuring tapes for words.
Is it bricks they're making?
Wedges and compasses, for Euripides vows that he'll test the dramas, word by word.
Aeschylus chafes at this, I fancy. Who's to be the judge?
Don't talk to me. I won't give up the chair. I say I am better in the art than he.
You hear him, Aeschylus? Why don't you speak?
I know the man. I've scanned him through and through, a stubborn, pulling fellow, uncurbed, unfettered, uncontrolled of speech, unparaphrastic, bombastiloquent.
Oh, so sayest thou, child of the Garden Queen, and this to me, thou chattery babble collector, thou pauper-creating rags and patches stitcher, thou shalt forget it dearly.
Pray, be still, nor heat thy soul to fury, Aeschylus.
Not till I've made you see the sort of man who crows so loudly.
Forbear, most honorable Aeschylus. And you, my poor Euripides, begone if you are wise, out of this pitiless hail. Least you some heady word he cracks your skull. Aeschylus, but calmly test and be tested. 'Tis not meant for poets to scold each other like baking girls. But you go roaring like an oak on fire.
I'm ready, I don't draw back one bit. I'll lash, or, if he will, let him lash first.
And what do you propose? Speak, Aeschylus.
I could have wished to meet him otherwhere. We fight not here on equal terms.
Why not?
My poetry survived me. His died with him. He's got it here, all handy to recite. Howbeit, if you so wish it, so we'll have it.
The clash of wits begins. I'll judge the strife with my high poetic skill. Now then, commence your arguments, and mind you both display true wit, not metaphor, nor things any fool could say.
As for myself, good people all. I'll tell you by and by my own poetic worth and claims, but first of all, I'll try to show how this portentous quack beguiled the silly fools with an empty show of tragic woe, who uttered not one thing.
'Tis true.
Then the chorus came and rattled off a string of 4 continuous lyric odes. The mourner never stirred.
Huh. I liked it too. I sometimes think that those mutes preferred to all those chatterers nowadays.
Because, if you must know, you're an ass.
An ass, no doubt. But what made him do it?
That was his quackery. Don't you see, to set the audience guessing. When Niobe would speak, meanwhile the drama was progressing.
That rascal! How he took me in! 'Twas shameful, was it not? And what makes you stamp and fidget so?
He's catching it so hot. So when he had humbugged thus a while, and now his wretched play was halfway through, a dozen words, great wild bull words he'd say, fierce bugaboos with bristling crests and shaggy eyebrows too, which not a soul could understand.
Oh, heavens!
Be quiet, do!
But not one single word was clear.
Hey, don't your teeth be gnashing.
'Twas all scamanders, moated camps, and griffin eagles, flashing in burnished copper on the shields, chivalric, precipice-high expressions, hard to comprehend. My place were understandable by Zeus. I never used haphazard words or plunged abruptly in, so I'll turn me to your prologues now, beginning first to test the first beginning of this fine poet's plays. Why, he's obscure even in the enunciation of the facts.
Which one of them will you test?
Many, but first give us that famous one from the Oresteia.
Sit! Silence all! Now, Aeschylus. Begin, Euripides. Look out for faults.
Be thou my savior and mine aid today, for here I come, and hither I return.
The same thing twice, says clever Aeschylus.
How twice?
Why, just consider, I'll explain. I come, says he, and I return, says he. It's the same thing, to come and to return.
Aye, just as if you said, good fellow, lend me a kneading trough. Likewise, a trough to knead in.
It is not so, you everlasting talker. They're not the same. The words are right enough.
How so? Inform me how you use the words.
A man, not banished from his home, may come to any land with no especial chance. A homebound exile both returns and comes.
Oh, good. By Apollo, what do you say to that, Euripides?
I say Orestes never did return. He came in secret. Nobody recalled him.
Oh, good! By Hermes! I've not the least suspicion what he means.
Repeat another line.
Ah, Aeschylus. Repeat one instantly, you. Mark, what's wrong?
Now on this funeral mound I call my father to hear, to hearken.
Oh, there he is again. To hear, to hearken, the same thing exactly.
Aye, but he's speaking to the dead, you knave. Who cannot hear us even though we call them thrice?
And how do you make your prologues?
You shall hear. And if you find one single thing said twice, or any useless padding, spit upon me.
Well, fire away. I'm all agog to hear your very accurate and fluffless prologues.
A happy man was Oedipus at first.
Not so, by Zeus, a most unhappy man, whom not yet born nor yet conceived Apollo foretold would be his father's murderer. How could he be a happy man at first?
Then he became the wretchedest of men.
Not so, by Zeus, he never ceased to be. No sooner born than they exposed the babe, and that in winter, in an earthen crock, lest he should grow a man and slay his father. Then with both ankles pierced and swollen, he lived away to Polybus. Still young, he married an ancient crone, and her his mother too, then scratched out both his eyes.
Nonsense. I say my prologues are first-rate.
Nay then, by Zeus, no longer line by line I'll maul your phrases, but with heavens to aid, I'll smash your prologues with a bottle of oil.
Do you mind with a bottle of oil?
With only one. You frame your prologues so that each and all fit within a bottle of oil, or a coverlet skin, or a reticule bag. I'll prove it here and now.
You'll prove it. You.
I will.
Well then, begin.
Aegyptus, sailing with his 50 sons, as ancient legends mostly tell the tale, touching at Argos.
Lost his bottle of oil.
Hang it, what's that? Confound that bottle of oil.
Give him another. Let him try again.
Aeacus, who, clad in fawn skins, leaps and bounds with torch and Xanthias in the choral dance along Parnassus.
Lost his bottle of oil.
Oh, me! We are stricken. With that bottle again.
That's nothing. I've a prologue here. He'll never tack on his bottle of oil to this. No man is blessed with every single thing. One is of noble birth, but lacking means. Another base-born.
Lost his bottle of oil.
Euripides!
Well,
Lower your sails, my boy. This bottle of oil is going to blow a gab.
oh, by Demeter, I don't care one bit. Now, from his hands, I'll strike that bottle of oil.
Go on, then. Go! But where the bottle of oil?
Once Cadmus, quitting the Sidonian town, Agnor's offspring...
Lost his bottle of oil.
Oh, right, my man. Buy that bottle of oil, or else he'll smash all your prologues to bits.
I buy of him?
If my advice you'll take.
No, I've many a prologue yet to say, to which he can't tack on his bottle of oil. Pelops, the son of Tantalus, while driving his mares to Pisa...
Lost his bottle of oil.
There. He tacked on the bottle of oil again. Oh, for heaven's sake, pay him his price, dear boy. You'll get it for an old ball spick and span.
Not yet, by Zeus. I've plenty of prologues left. Aeneas once reaping.
Lost his bottle of oil.
Pray, let me finish one entire line first. Aeneas, once reaping an abundant harvest, offering the first fruit...
Lost his bottle of oil.
What? in the act of offering. By who stole it?
Oh, don't keep bothering. Let him try with this. Zeus says, by truth's own voice, the tale is told.
Oh, no. He'll cut in again with Nonsense bottle of oil. Those bottle of oils on all your prologues seem to gather and grow like stars upon my eyes.
Enough for me. Now I would bring the fellow to the scales. That alone shall test our poetry now, and prove whose words are weightiest, his or mine.
Then both come hither, since I needs must weigh the art poetic like a pound of cheese. Each of you, stand beside this scale.
We're here.
We're here.
And I grasp it firmly whilst ye speak your lines. And don't let go until I say, cuckoo.
Ready?
Ready.
Now, speak your lines into the scale.
River
Argo,
Spartius,
not
cattle
wheels
grazing
away.
haunts.
Go! Let go! Oh, let go. Oh, look, by far the lowest Aeschylus scale sinks down.
Why? How came that about?
He threw in a rubber, like some wool seller wetting his wool to make it weight the more. But you threw in a light and winged word.
Come, let him match another verse with mine.
Each to a scale.
We're ready.
Speak your lines.
Persuasion.
Death loves not gift, alone amongst the gods.
Let go! Let go! Down goes his scale again. He threw in death, the heaviest ill of all.
And I, persuasion, the most lovely word.
A vain and empty sound, devoid of sense. Think of something heavier weighted line of yours to drag your scale down. Something strong and big.
Oh, where have I got one? Where? Let's see.
I'll tell you. Achilles threw 2 singles and a 4. Come, speak your lines, and this is the last set too.
Chariots
Right,
on chariot,
giant
corpse on
face.
corpse was hurled.
There now. Again he has done it.
Done it? How?
He threw 2 chariots and 2 corpses in. 5 Egyptians could not lift that weight.
No more line for line. Let him, himself, his children, wife, Cephisophon, get in with all his books collected in his arms. 2 lines of mine shall overweigh the lot.
Both are my friends. I can't decide between them. I don't desire to be at odds with either. But one is so clever. One delights me so.
And you'll affect nothing for which you came?
And how if I decide?
Take the winner. So will your journey not be made in vain.
Oh, heaven bless your highness. Listen, I came down after a poet. I'll choose the man in whom my soul delights.
Oh, recollect by the gods by whom you swore you'd take me home again and choose your friends.
'Twas my tongue swore. My choice is Aeschylus.
Oh, what have you done?
Done? Given the victor's price to Aeschylus. Why not?
And you dare look in my face after that shameful deed?
What's shameful? If the audience think not so.
Have you no heart? Wretch, would you leave me dead?
Who knows if death be life and life be death, and breath be mutton breath, and sleep be sheepskin.
Now, Dionysus, come ye in,
What for?
and sup before ye go.
Oh, a bright idea. I faith, I'm no wise indisposed for that.
Farewell, then, Aeschylus great and wise. Go save our state by the maxims rare of thy noble thought, and the fool's chastise, for many a fool dwells there.
I take the mission. This chair of mine, meanwhile, to Sophocles here commit, for I count him next in our craft of eye, till I come once more to by thy side to sit. But, as for that, rascally scoundrel there, that low buffoon, that worker of ill. Oh, let him not sit in my vacant chair, not even against his will.
Escort him up with your mystic throngs, while the holy torches quiver and blaze. Escort him up with his own sweet songs and his noble festival, as the poet triumphant is passing away to the light. Grant him success on his journey.